There's a moment most people never talk about. A moment where your mind feels heavier than your body. Where you pause in the middle of a sentence and forget where the sentence was going. Where your phone is in your hand, but you don't remember picking it up. And inside your chest, something sinks. Why am I like this lately? You blame stress, or sleep, or life. But a quieter part of you wonders, am I slowly losing myself? And the truth is, maybe, not in a dramatic way, but slowly, silently, like a candle that doesn't go out, it just gets dimmer every day. What's scary is that it's not caused by some big, life-changing event. It's the small things, the everyday habits, the choices you don't even notice, the ones that feel harmless until they no longer are. Maybe you felt it, that moment you wake up and your hand reaches for your phone before your feet even touch the floor. Other people's words flood your brain before your own even wake up. And without realizing it, your mind starts each day crowded instead of clear. Or maybe you've been in a conversation where someone explains something and you pretend to understand. You nod, smile, play along, even though your mind is struggling. But you stay silent because asking feels embarrassing. Because somewhere along the way, you learned that looking slow is worse than staying confused. Or maybe you've caught yourself laughing in a group even when the joke wasn't funny, just so no one sees how lost you feel inside. These moments feel tiny, but they leave scars on the mind, tiny dents that deepen over time. I once knew a young man, brilliant, sharp, bright-eyed, but whenever we talked, his gaze flickered, like he was losing the thread of his own thoughts. One day he said, "I feel like my brain is shrinking," and it wasn't, but his confidence was, his curiosity was, his presence was, and that is how intelligence erodes, not from lack of ability, but from living in environments where your mind is never allowed to breathe. But the deepest wound, the one that truly lowers your intelligence, is self-silencing. When you swallow a thought because someone might judge you, when you hold back a question because everyone else probably knows, when you hide your emotions because you were taught not to make things complicated, when you stop speaking just to stay safe, every time you silence yourself, your brain learns a brutal lesson. My voice isn't worth hearing. And an unspoken voice becomes an unused mind. But this didn't start today. It started years ago, in homes where asking why was disrespectful, where you were punished for being curious, where adults told you to stop overthinking, where silence felt safer than honesty. So you adapted, you masked, you avoided, you became agreeable instead of expressive, acceptable instead of authentic. That's not stupidity, that's survival. But survival mode thinking and intelligent thinking can't exist together. One must dim for the other to rise. And maybe you've noticed it too. Your attention jumps like a startled bird between apps. You reread the same message again and again. You struggle to finish a thought. Conversations drain you. Thinking deeply feels like lifting weights you haven't touched in years. And quietly, without telling anyone, you wonder, when did everything get so hard? You see the signs in others too. The friend who jokes non-stop because silence exposes him. The co-worker who searches everything instead of trusting her own mind. The person who apologizes before speaking. The one who says, "I don't know," even when they do. Maybe that's you sometimes. Maybe you've started living on autopilot, scrolling, clicking, consuming, instead of thinking, questioning, being present. And the version of you that once felt sharp now feels far away. But here's the truth you need to hear. You are not broken. You are not losing your intelligence. You are losing your space, your silence, your inner permission to think. and you can get it back. But first, you have to ask yourself, what truths do I swallow because they feel risky? When was the last time I sat with my thoughts instead of running from them? Why do I fear looking wrong more than I fear staying silent? Which of my habits protect me, and which of them are quietly destroying me? Where did my voice disappear, and who taught me to hide it? What could my mind become if I stopped shrinking? You don't need to change everything. Just start small. Turn off the noise for a few minutes a day. Let boredom in, because boredom is where creativity is born. Struggle with a problem before searching for the answer. Ask the question you're scared to ask. Say the thing you usually swallow. Notice the people who shrink. Give them space to rise. And most importantly, be gentle with yourself. Your mind isn't failing you, it's protecting you. It has been in survival mode for so long that it forgot what thriving feels like. But intelligence doesn't vanish. It returns the moment you make room for it. So breathe. Let the noise fall away. Let your thoughts stretch again. And trust this. You are not becoming weaker. You are waking up. And everything you thought you lost is already on its way back home to you.